Hi, it's Flo, and I'm going to tell you how I get from seeing a photo like this with someone asking what the font is and throwing them out the window. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these letters and take a picture of it. I do this by using my snipping tool, and I take a snip of some of the letters. Then I go through to whatfontis.com, and here you upload a picture and it will take you through and it will show you. Now sometimes this works really easily, and sometimes I work on the fact that if you click enough buttons enough times, something's bound to happen. I think that's probably what I did this time, and I found a font, and there was only one that I did find that was one that I had to pay for. It was a very pretty font, this one, and it's actually called Sweet Peony, and so I bought this font and I have downloaded it. Now hopefully, because I haven't logged out and logged back into my Cricut Design Space, I'm going to see whether that font is now in here by just putting in a word and seeing whether I can find the font that it is. Now I know that it's called Sweet Peony, so I'm going to put Sweet up here, and hopefully it's going to come up with it. Now we've got lots of sweets up here. Now it's got sweet lines, sweet tea, sweet pea. Now it looks like I might have to log out and log back in to the design space to do this, so it's interesting because I never log out of it, do I? Okay, I'll sign out of that. And do you want to save? No, because I can just put that back in. Now I'm going to log back in, and hopefully that font will be there. It wasn't Sweet Peony, but it wasn't Sweet Pea, Sweet Peony. Sweet Peony, and it is. Right, now there's two in Sweet Peony. You've just got your ordinary one, and that's single layer cutting. Now I'll show you this because that just came up as normal, but in actual fact when I click on the word, you will see that it does not come up as just straight fonts, and that's something to be aware of in Design Space, is that sometimes when it says it will show you Sweet Peony as just like a normal sans font, and it's not. So now I'm going to go to Sweet Peony Alt. Oh, that does not look like what I was looking for, so that's going to be quite interesting. From this one I know that it's got different things in it. This is the ordinary version, and we'd need to put that all together, but you do have your little bits on the T's there. Now if I change this to a uppercase S, where's my little piece so I can change it? Right, if I change this to an uppercase S, oops, that's a D, let's try an uppercase S, you'll see that it does have little bits, but it doesn't have the swirly pieces. Now, one of the things I think a lot of people have not got, and they haven't got a downloaded character map, and what I'd suggest you do is you go into your internet and you download the character map, which is character map UAP, I think, from memory. Now this is the character map for Sweet Peony, and if you download the UAP, in fact I'll just go back to this and put it up here and just show you that when you type in character map, and this is not my own invention, my sister taught me this, and it's a character map UWP is what you want, and if you download the character map UWP, you will be able to work on this character map. Now this is the regular one and it says Sweet Peony. Now for some reason I've got that up, hang on a minute, because it came up before. Now I want all fonts in there. I don't just want Sweet Peony because I want to show you how things go. Now with this you've got all your fonts, and if your fonts come with little glyphs and things like that, and glyphs are little swirly things, so if you want to have a look at what your fonts look like, you come down here. Now I'm going to scroll down quite quickly and hopefully we will get Sweet Peony, and I will be able to have a look then at Sweet Peony. Sweet SW. Right, we're into the sweet cupcakes here. Sweet Peony. Now this is Sweet Peony. Now this is Sweet Peony Alt. Now the Sweet Peony Alt is what you add to the Sweet Peony to get different effects. Now this appears to be all we've got in Sweet Peony Alt, so I'm not quite sure why it hasn't got all the pretty little letters. Now this is Sweet Peony, and I think the ones that we had was an upper G. Now if I go back to, if I put this one down and I go to the thing, this has a fancy G that came in like this, so it's, and the F came in from the side. Now if I go back to the character map, you'll see that there isn't a G that comes in here, so it's not going to be exactly this one. With the Sweet Peony Out, that's all you get in it. I'm a little bit disappointed in this because maybe they've taken, maybe it is a different one, because these little bits here you can't pull apart, but you can, you'd be able to take them apart to get the different little bits, but these just come in as double S's and THs and things like that. But when you put them into design space, you only get this one, so that's quite interesting in that it's not really what we wanted. The sweet, if we go to the out regular, it does give you italics to that one, but it doesn't change it at all. On this one, this is the regular, and you can certainly make that italic, which is quite pretty, but it doesn't give you the extra bits that you want, so that's a bit sad. Having said that, I'll leave that word there, and I will go back to, there's no way of telling what these ones are, so if I go back to all fonts, hang on, take Sweet Peony out of here. And if I go back to all fonts, one of the fonts that I do like, and I can't tell on here whether they've got any glyphs, is, I think I missed that one. Right, let's go back up here and we'll have a look and see if we can find a font that has got glyphs in it. And as you see, I've got a large number of this is Barbara's script. Now this particular script is rather pretty and it's got these ones in, but if we scroll down we'll see, aha, we've got H's and T's and all sorts of things. Now that's great. How do you get them into Design Space? Right, well, we will go down and we will see what we've got now. These are little scrolly things that end, it might end in an E, but it might not. You might just put those little things at the end. These are your T's that go on the end, and this is a T that goes on the end. What you do with this is that it makes it quite interesting with this particular character map, rather than the one that's actually in there, is you'll find that it's a lot bigger and you can see it. So I'm going to put the T up there because I know Sweet's got a T, and I'm going to work backwards here, and I'm just going to go copy character. Now we could go into a now I've got it on my computer, I have to look it up each time, Font Lab Pad, and I could save the word out completely, or I could just, now that I've copied it, go back into Design Space. I've got to figure out which one I've got Design Space in, and copy the T in here, just backspace the T and go Control V, and it didn't do anything on that one. Well, that's an interesting one, because it has just put that in there. Maybe that's because I took it into the different one, and maybe I need to put that into the font that I'm working in. So let's have a look and see whether that's what font did I decide I was working in? Barbara script. Okay, let's change this to Barbara. Barbara script. Oh, Barbara script is rather pretty. Now, in Barbara script, it does come up with the long T. Now, we've got two E's there, an S and a W, so let's go and see with our character map. So this is all sorts of learning for us. Two E's. I wonder whether they've got two E's together, because often you'll find two E's together. There's ons and oms and E's and ets. So I don't seem to have two E's together here. Let's go and have a look in the capital S's and might do something again. Oh, there's E's, there's EL. Oh, I think we went through those. Now you'll also find your accented letters with your things. Now this is an S. And that's our first S, so we might put that one in. Might see if we've got a fancier S here. And it's highly possible that we have. It's just with my... No, we've got one that comes in here though. So I might just pick that one. And to here and change the S. Now, when you do come up with your different letters, just remember you're still going to have to put them together on in design space, and to put them together it's easier to ungroup them, of course. Now if we want to move this over, we can just tab sideways, but of course once we get it over a certain distance, as to whether is it going to click into there, I just might move it around a little bit and do this. Your W's and your E's are going to line up all right, and then with your T you might want to lift it up a bit and do that. Now you might want to just keep it with a capital S. You might want to change your capital S to this particular one and see. But once you've got them where you want them, and remembering that if your T is got a long twiddly piece under it like this, it's going to go over the top of your others, so you're going to have to highlight all of them to get them there. Once you've done this, if I change the colour of it, you may be able to see what I'm talking about. If you look at this, you'll see that there's a stop before this. Now if we weld it, you can't really see much difference in that, so that's a bit sad, because what it will do is some of them will actually show you that they join together rather than just being very tight. Now one of the things is that with the new quilling tool, to fill these in you need a sideways sort of pattern. Now if you go into images and we pick pattern, I'm not sure what we're going to get with this, but let's have a look. Let's look up pattern. Really what I just want is a vertical pattern, or a pattern of stripes that's quite small. That could be quite good, this one. It's just lines. Now, it's quite wide lines, but it would be the right size lines. So now I'm going to undo it, and I'm going to go like this. Right. Now, as you can see, to do that, it would be quite interesting, because I might just put them, elongate them a bit. Now, what the machine is going to try and do is it's going to try and cut all these, but we're actually wanting it to draw all these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight those, and I'm going to go slice, because we did that. Now you can see that now has got funny little bits in there. The thing with the funny little bits is that if we bring this up to a very large, that's 150, there again, 175, 200, 250, 275, and I think we might even need to go to 300. And if we go to 300, you'll see that in actual fact these lines are drawn up and down. And when we go into not cut but draw, that will draw up and down and fill in your T's, and if you want to do the same thing for your E's, it will fill in your E's for your quilling tool. So pull out lots of bits there, but that's the way you do it. Once you've got that, you then need to go in and weld it again so that you've got all these little bits welded together. Now I hope that helps you a little bit today, and just remember your character map is, you have to go back and have a look at your character map and see which one it is, because I can never remember which one I've done, but if you bring up character map, it's the one with the letters. And I think it's UWP or something like that. Okay, thank you for watching.